Welcome. Happy Thursday, guys. July 6th. July is here. We are here to enjoy and dominate and be great in another month. But you know who I am. Yours truly, Mr. Mykell Mathieu himself, here for your favorite show in the land, the show that gives you all the latest and greatest of the breaking news in sports, in the sports world. These are the breaks. These are the breaks. You know what it is. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me on this Thursday afternoon so that I can give you all of the news that you are waiting to hear me discuss on today. And we have to start off with the breakaway report because, hoops are going up and they're going crazy. Summer League is here. You're seeing a lot of the young guys play in Sacramento. Tomorrow, they're going to be in Las Vegas. You're going to see Victor Wemby's first game here in the States playing for the San Antonio Spurs against Brandon Miller, who's already, playing some games. And, some people are talking mess about him. 24 points in 2 games, 25 turnovers and fouls. I know everybody, but take it easy. It is only the Summer League. You can't take all of this serious because if us Lakers fans did years ago, we would have thought the team with Lonzo, Kuzma, B.I., and all those guys were going to win a championship in a year or two. But it's just a Summer League. You want to see these young guys just play. I don't remember Kobe dominating and going super crazy in Summer League. I don't remember LeBron James scoring 40, 50 points in these Summer League games and it carrying over. This is for the young players to get their feet wet. For fans to go and check out some free basketball from some of the up-and-coming guys. Scoot Henderson is going to be hooping. Going to see Ahmed Thompson and his twin brother playing there in Las Vegas. So it's just, it's a time to see the young guys finally wear their teams' jerseys, their Summer League jerseys, and to get some run. But don't put too much stake into it because it's just a Summer League, everybody. So free agency is still going on. Moves are being made left and right still to this day. And you guys, if you remember from last week, I told you that I don't want to hear about Dame until he just did what he did. He stepped up and said, hey, I see what it is. Like I said on the last episode, it's a youth movement. He asked for a trade, but it's getting real sticky because he only wants to play in Miami. And this is where it gets really weird for me because I'm all about player empowerment. And that all started once LeBron made the move to Miami to pretty much control his career and made all of the other moves after. But when you sign a contract and you're locked in for 4 years, you can't be trying to force and say, I'm only playing for this team because you have this contract. So that's what makes it tough to me because I love the players. I want them to move how they want to move, make all the money that they can make, as we see in this free agency they've been doing. But you have to remember that you have to honor these contracts because if I'm a team owner, I'm like, yo, if I'm Portland Dame, I don't give a damn how well you play for us. You didn't win us 2, 3, 4 championships. You just play really good basketball. We have to think about ourselves and the future of our franchise. So we have to make the best deal possible. So we're going to see if he ends up in Miami, if it's going to be a 3-team, 4-team trade, or if Portland say, hey, we're going to send you somewhere else that helps us more, and he has to figure it out from there. But I got my eyes on the Dame situation. But let's talk about free agency and its winners. And I'm going to start off with the team I think that surprised me the most, that did a great job of what they were working with. The Phoenix Suns. They had to be winners of free agency. They added Eric Gordon for only $6 million. That's a nice vet that can shoot the ball, that can help that team. They added Wada Ambe The Asian player from the Brooklyn Nets, who's a solid pickup, who can knock down some shots, can play some defense. He has some athleticism to him, some size. They added Bates Diop, an athletic big from the San Antonio Spurs, a defensive guy who was showing some range a little bit last year. Chimezi Mathieu, they added Drew Eubanks to add more size to that team because they need some size to help out DeAndre Ayton there. They have their big three, he's part of the big four, Ayton, KD, D-Book, and Bradley Beal. So they're just adding some pieces to help this team, and I'm surprised that they were able to get some solid names. Damian Lillard is returning. Josh Okogie is back after having a nice little playoff run. So the Suns are putting together a roster to go after the Denver Nuggets, to go after this Western Conference title. With the Nuggets losing Bruce Brown, losing Jeff Green, I think they kind of took a step back to the pack, and the Suns are ready to attack with their big four to try to get a championship. The other team that's a winner, my Los Angeles Lakers, our Los Angeles Lakers, the greatest franchise the NBA has ever seen. The Lakers, they were able to pretty much run it back. And, we heard all during the playoffs, man, if we get a chance to get a training camp together, and they're going to get that opportunity, bringing back D'Lo, bringing back Austin Reeves, bringing back Hachimura, which looks like they're going to be in that starting lineup with LeBron and AD. Then you add Gabe Vincent, who, is a knockdown shooter. He just showed us during this playoff run that he is a player. You add Cam Reddish, who's still trying to prove that he can be a guy in this league. And I know playing with LeBron that this is going to help out his career. Taurean Prince, a nice 3-and-D guy. They were able to bring back Vanderbilt. And the guy that I really like, Jackson Hayes. If they were to decide to make this guy a starter, I would love it. He will fit that role of JaVale McGee. I said it last week. If they can get Andre Drummond, scrap it. They went and got a younger guy who's more explosive right now, and he can go in there and take some center minutes from AD, a pick-and-roll threat. I really love that pickup. And all you people out there who've been hating on Rob Pelinka, saying this or that about him, the guy is doing his job. Now it's up to the players to make it happen so that the championship Lakers can be exactly that, NBA champions, man. So shout out to Rob Pelinka. You are a winner in my book. And then the last winner of free agency is not a team. It's not a player. It's the one and only Rich Paul in Clutch Sports. The guy was able to negotiate contracts up to $500 million worth. He was able to help Van Fleet get 130. He was able to help Jeremiah Grant to get 160. Draymond Green to get 100. $55 million for Jordan Clarkson. $8 million for Troy Brown, $4.6 million for Cam Reddish. NBA players, if you want to get the bag, you know who to call. His name is Rich Paul, Clutch Sports. They're doing something right over there. And, man, that's where you need to end up. I might even have to contact Rich Paul and say, get me a deal. I need to be on everybody's TV screen, and I guarantee he will make it happen. So those are the free agent winners for me. Suns, Lakers, Rich Paul, Clutch Sports. If you guys think it's somebody else, let me know. Who do you think the losers are? Let me know, because I know the Nuggets took a step back. I already talked about it, but who else took step backs as well? Oh my gosh, free agency is so great. It's the greatest thing when it comes to all the leagues. NBA, you are winning on that end. But hey, I need a break, so you need a break too. So come back, and you're going to get more of your favorite show, The Breaks, baby.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
So I am back. Thank you for returning. We have to talk more hoops, baby, because it is not done. Free agency is still going up. Moves are still being made. A team that was almost one of my winners, the Dallas Mavericks, they were able to make a trade. They're bringing in Grant Williams. They didn't have to lose much in this trade. After finalizing the 4-year contract, $53 million contract with the Celtics. In the sign and trade, the Mavericks were able to add Grant Williams, a nice defensive piece. It was a 3-team trade between the Celtics and the Spurs. The Spurs will receive Reggie Bullock and an unprotected first-round pick swap in 2030. I can't believe some of these draft pick trades. They're trading picks where I'm like, man, these kids are in middle school, elementary right now, but they're already making moves for them. The Celtics are only going to be getting back a couple of second-round picks. So a nice defensive pickup for the Mavs because they need defense. They need toughness because you have Luka, you have Kyrie, your offensive threats. You need some defense. They would have been winners, but the Blazers matched the offer to Matthias Thybulle, and they said, hey, we need this guy. He's going to help us. He's going to add some defense there with our young guys. So the Mavs, you just missed out on being a winner in my book. But we have to talk about more when it comes to the NBA because we all know this year they're going to be doing something new, the in-season tournament. And I believe it's going to be a lot like the Commissioner's Cup in the WNBA where it's just these games that are like, hey, this is a part of the tournament. And then you go from there because we got word that the Final Four of the NBA's new in-season tournament will take place on December 7th and December 9th in Las Vegas. The stats will count for the league's regular season except for the championship game. So they're going to get these numbers. So I'm pretty sure it's going to still add up to the 82 games I'm believing. But if you're looking for full details, this Saturday night, a special NBA Today in Vegas on ESPN where they're going to, unveil it and talk more about exactly what it is with a lot of your favorite faces there that's going to chime in. Victor is going to be there, Paolo Banchero, Cade Cunningham, and then Trae Young and Anthony Edwards. Shout out to Trae Young, who was in the building last night, Crypto.com Arena for the Sparks game, showing those ladies love. So speaking of the Sparks and the ladies, got to talk some WNBA talk. Lexi Brown of the Sparks, she was actually in the building at the game. Looks like she's getting closer and closer to returning. We don't know why she's out, what she's been dealing with, but hey, we are by her side, hoping she can get her back self and hoping she can get herself back so that she can help make the Sparks make a run. But I have to talk about a team, the Las Vegas Aces. I know we talk about them a lot. This team is 17-1, one of the best starts all time. I'm telling you right now, this may be the greatest women's basketball team that we have ever seen.
Boom!
That's including the teams in the Olympics because this team has so many players and they're balling. They are doing their part. They're getting dubs. They're doing it in a great, great fashion. They're blowing teams out. Even when teams look like they have a chance, like last night with the Dallas Wings, they make a late run, 11-0 run to put you away. They're led by the best player in the league, Aja Wilson. You have all-stars in Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young. Kelsey Plum is an all-star talented player. They have Candace Parker, one of the greatest women to ever play the sport of basketball. The team is stacked, and they have the best coach in Becky Hammond. This might go down as the greatest team that we have ever seen when it came to women's basketball. Hell, when it came to basketball, period, especially if they can go and finish it off the rest of the season, bring home the WNBA championship. They may only lose, maybe 2 or 3 more games the rest of the way, but the team is dominant. They are the greatest team that we ever seen step on any WNBA floor and any women's basketball floor ever. I promise you that. But shout out to the ladies because they are making moves as well. News just coming in that Breanna Stewart, superstar with the New York Liberty and Minnesota Lynx, I'm going to botch her first name, but Nefisha Collier, they told ESPN they are funding a new women's basketball league to give the top WNBA players an option to play in the States. The new league is going to be called Unrivaled. It will run from January through March and feature 30 of the top professional women's players on 6 teams playing games of 3-on-3 and 1-on-1 at a sound stage in Miami. And we all know the situation that happened with Brittany Griner, and I'm pretty sure they're trying to avoid that as much as possible. So if these ladies have the opportunity to stay in the States to make some of that extra money that they do overseas, they're going to have their opportunity with this league, Unrivaled. So I'm excited for that. And to keep it hoops, before we change gears, I have to give a shout out to NBA 2K24 because the cover athlete had to be none other than Mr. 24 himself, the late, great legend, NBA Hall of Famer Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant will be on the cover of the new NBA 2K24. It's going to be his 4th time being a cover athlete, and it only makes sense. It's going to be the Kobe Bryant edition and the Black Mamba edition when the game is released September 8th. So make sure y'all be on the lookout for all my basketball NBA fans, 2K fans who are excited for the new edition of the game because it's going to be a very special one with the 2K24, which you had to have the Mamba on the front of. So that is some really, really dope news, man. That's it. That's everything I got for you when it comes to the game of basketball. Make sure that you guys are ready July 15th. The WNBA All-Star Game will be there for you so that you can see all of the best ladies that's out there. But I lied because it's time for Break It or Leave It, where I'm keeping you in the basketball circle. Do we buy or sell? So I'm a huge Laker fan here in the city of the Angels here right now, Los Angeles, California, where Jeannie Buss, we all love her. She is the owner of the team. Whenever we see her face, it's all smiles, it's all love. But I am disagreeing with something that she created that Shaq even said, what? He had to comment about, and that was her list for the most important Lakers. And this is what she said. You guys let me know. Are we breaking it? Or are we leaving it? She said her list, she had Kobe 1, Kareem 2, LeBron 3, Magic 4, Phil Jackson number 5. Do you guys agree with her out there? Do we like this list? Because I don't like it at all. My list goes like this. Magic number 1, because I think that once he was drafted in 79, he brought that Showtime era. He was bringing, the championship as a rookie, helping Kareem, who got there, only had 1 title before. After playing with Magic, he ended up with 6. So Magic is the guy that was the most important piece to start off this run, because Jerry West, who's on my list as well, played in 8 or 9 finals, but only won 1. And he did it in LA, which was a start, but Magic took this team to a whole nother level. That's number 1. Number 2 is the Mamba, drafted straight out of high school. Without him, he wouldn't have helped put Shaq over the top to get his first rings. And then after Shaq left, he kept the torch going lit, and he won 2 more championships. So Mamba is the second guy, one of the greatest players to ever play basketball, and he deserves to be top 2 on this list. Number 3 is Kareem, because Kareem was, traded to the Lakers, and, he gave them that big superstar after they had Jerry West and Will in the 60s. 60s and things like that. He was there in the late 70s, and once Magic came, they became the super duo, and they were able to bring in 5 championships. Then it has to be Shaq. How do you have no Shaq on your list? Jeannie Buss, he was the guy who got everything going after, Magic and HIV and things like that. Magic came back and played, but they needed Big Shaq, the big Aristotle, to be on this team to help put the team over the top, and he helped bring the team 3 championships. He brought that spark. I remember being a kid, watching Cedric Ceballos, Nick Van Exel, Eddie Jones, Sedell 3. It wasn't enough, but once Shaq came in, it changed the whole aura of the team. He was selling it out there at the Forum. They even got a brand new arena, the Staples Center, where they played at, and that's where they brought the championships home. So Shaq has to be on your list. And I know people are going to say, you're just a LeBron hater. I'm not a LeBron hater. I'm just factual. LeBron is not one of the most important Lakers. He's definitely not top 5. He's probably in that top 10 area, but he's not top 5 because number 5 is none other than the logo. Not only was Jerry West a really great player on the floor, he played in so many finals with the Lakers, was able to get a championship, and then it's what he did off the court, helping bring in some of these big-time free agents. We all see winning time. We see what he did to help them. So, hey, I have to give a shout-out to all of the great Lakers, because the Lakers is the greatest franchise. But Jeannie Buss, you were dead wrong for keeping Shaq off of that list. And I love you, Phil Jackson, but, he's not on the court making it happen. But let me know, break it or leave it. Do you guys agree with me? You guys agree with Jeannie Buss? Hey, do not go too far away, because I have more for you here at your favorite show, The Breaks, baby.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
Welcome back. Thank you guys for tuning in so far. I know it's been a great show. You have to love me, am I right? But I got some more for you. Just going to run through it. The NFL breakdown. It's been quiet on the NFL front, but we are close. We are near to training camp. Most teams are going to be starting around July 21st to 25th, and I'm excited for you. So let me give you a quick breakdown or a quick run of the teams to break your neck for in the AFC. You get it? Break your neck for. Make sure you're looking out for them. So I'm going to start it off for me. The New York Jets, I'm going to be looking out for them. Aaron Rodgers is there. They're going to be looking to make a playoff push. So let's see what's going to happen once training camp gets started with them. The Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson is said to going to be throwing much more. You have OBJ over there, Zay Flowers, Bateman. They have the really great tight end there, and then they always find a way to run the ball well, so I'm going to be excited to watch them. A team to break your neck for, the Los Angeles Chargers. They always have talent. They have Justin Herbert over there. They have a bunch of weapons for them in the backfield at receiver. The defense, if they can ever just stay healthy, they can actually challenge the Kansas City Chiefs for the AFC West title. So let's see if this is finally that year. And then the last team to break your neck for, according to me, Mykell in the AFC, the Cleveland Browns, because you can't forget, Deshaun Watson, he wasn't just Dak Prescott when he was playing before all of the mess he got himself into. This guy was a top 5 quarterback competing with Patrick Mahomes, where some people were saying, I'll take Deshaun Watson over Patrick Mahomes. So I'm going to be watching the Browns and looking out for him to see if he can get back to that form. They have, Nick Chubb in the backfield. They have Myles Garrett on defense with the pass rush. So the Jets, Ravens, Chargers, Browns, teams to break your neck for in the AFC, so make sure you check them out. So I have to talk some baseball. Happy belated birthday to the most exciting show ever. The most exciting player we've ever seen in the sport of baseball. His name, Shohei Ohtani. The guy just came off one of the greatest months in baseball history. He had a great and dominant playing baseball, pitching the ball, doing great things, and then hitting the ball. He hit 15 homers last month. The guy is a super mega. He is an everything star. He is the most exciting thing that we've ever seen in the sport of baseball. And I love King Griffey. I love Barry Bonds, but we ain't seen nothing like Shohei Ohtani. That's why they call him Showtime. But hey, I have to say it because we all know, or if you don't know, I'm an Angels fan, but it might be time to trade Showtime. I hate it. I love to see him going down there to Anaheim and checking him out there in the Orange County. But, man, the Angels just can't figure it out. Mike Trout can't stay healthy, and he hasn't looked the same. I said it last week or the week before that Mike Trout may never be the same again. The days of Mike Trout being the best player and most dominant player, I believe, are over and done. Okay, Mike Trout, I believe, is over and done. He's going to have to figure some things out. Can he be an all-star again? Possibly, yes, because he's Mike Trout, but he's never going to be that guy that we're going to say is the best player because he just can't stay healthy, and he just looks off right now. And then Anthony Rendon can't stay healthy at all, and the team just can't win consistently. So if you can't sign Shohei right now, if I'm the Angels, I'm trying to trade him to get somebody's entire farm system so that you can build up a winner because they need it. Make sure you tune in next week. It's going to be the Home Run Derby. I'm excited for it because Pete Alonso is going for his 3rd Home Run Derby win. And, representing the Dodgers here in L.A., Mookie Betts, the first time him competing in this Home Run Derby, and he's trying to be the first Dodger to ever do it. So I'm going to be looking out for that. So it's time to break out. Let's run through it. Secret Invasion, episode 3. Really dope, really interesting detective type of show. It's been great on Disney Plus. If you're not tuning in, what are you waiting for? Spill and Threads. Is that the new move with all of the Twitter problems and Elon Musk making up these weird rules and sanctions? Are people going to be moving over fully to Threads and Spill so that they can get their Twitter-like fun and all of the stuff that they do with Twitter? If you don't know about them, look them up, download them, see what they're about. Shout out to Nelly. He sells half of his catalog for $50 million, and it's great because he gets to keep half of it. So he gets that $50 million that he can get right away, and then he still owns half of it as well. Shout out to Juvenile, Manny Fresh, because they gave us one of the best NPR Tiny Desk performances that you will ever see. It just gave me so many flashback memories of all of the classics that Juvenile, Manny Fresh, Cash Money Records were able to make in the early 2000s, which is great. And, you had to learn because ESPN, they had some layoffs where they let go of some really, really huge names where I couldn't believe the list of names that I was seeing that they let go. I'm like, what? These guys are superstars. How could you let them go? So they're hiring, just to let you know. But Jalen Rose, Jeff Van Gundy, Keyshawn Johnson, Todd McShay, Max Kellerman, Susie Colbert, they were all let go. So if you're looking for a job, contact ESPN. They got you covered, and it just lets you know you have to bet on yourself. Always believe in yourself. Put yourself first because these companies don't give a damn about you. When they need to lay you off, they're going to make it happen. So keep being great in your own right and focus on you and being the best of you. Mamba mentality, baby. And that's all I got for you this week. I thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back next week to talk about more here with your favorite show and your favorite personality. These are the breaks. I'm out of here.